They are finally being caught in what they did to you behind your angel, says God, says Archangel Michael is speaking directly to your spirit. Now listen carefully, my child, because this message is not coming from the world of men. It is coming from the divine realm that watches over you every single second. Michael says, I order you to open your heart right now, because heaven has seen what happened behind your back and the truth is finally being revealed. Do not tell anyone yet. This is between you and God, between your soul and the truth that cannot stay hidden any longer. Those who smiled at you while betraying you have finally been caught. And what they did to you has shocked even the police. But do not fear, for this is not the end. This is the beginning of your divine vindication. There were nights when you cried alone, thinking that no one saw, thinking that God was silent. But He was not. Every tear you cried became a part of the divine evidence written in heaven's book. Every lie they told about you, every trap they set, every whisper of betrayal, heaven recorded it all. Michael says the day has come when that record is being opened. The truth that was buried is now being brought to light. You have waited patiently. You have prayed sincerely. And now divine justice is unfolding before your eyes. Those who mocked your faith are trembling because they see that the power you believed in is real. Michael says that the authorities are shocked not because of how dark their actions were, but because of how, miraculously, you survived it all. They cannot understand how you kept standing after everything that was done against you. But the reason is simple. You were surrounded by divine light. The hand of God held you each time they tried to push you down. When they wished for your destruction, heaven built protection around you so strong that no weapon could break it. You have been under surveillance by heaven, and the archangels have walked ahead of you even when you didn't realize it. Do not fear what is being exposed, let the truth come out naturally. God says this exposure is not to humiliate anyone but to restore your dignity, to bring balance where injustice reigned. There are things that were done in secret. Forged papers, false claims, stolen words, manipulated stories. But the power of God is breaking those lies open. Those who used your kindness as weakness are being named. And the same mouths that once gossiped about you are now speechless. The same people who said you would fail are now watching your rise in silence. Archangel Michael says that heaven has given a divine order. Do not touch my anointed one. That order was ignored by some, and now divine retribution is active. But you, my child, are safe. You are under divine protection. Every attempt to harm you now will backfire with multiplied force because the angels of light are standing guard around you. God says, the reason you are reading this right now is because your time of deliverance has arrived. You are not to tell anyone what you feel or sense right now. Just stay calm, stay silent, and pray. Heaven is working. Michael says that when the police saw the evidence, they were in disbelief. They didn't expect that such cruelty could be hidden under such charming faces. But that is how the world works. Wolves dress as lambs. Darkness pretends to be light. Yet God never loses sight. The spiritual realm has been watching them long before any human investigation began. You thought you were alone, but angels were with you every step. Even when you doubted, even when you almost gave up. Michael whispered strength into your soul. You didn't break, you transformed. God says this moment is sacred. You are being vindicated not by luck, not by coincidence, but by divine timing. The heavens have waited for the right moment to bring justice, and that moment is now. Michael says, "Be still, my child, and know that the Lord is fighting for you." The same ones who laughed behind your back will soon have to face the truth they denied. And when they do, you must not seek revenge. You must simply walk away in peace because God Himself is your defender. There will be whispers, rumors, and confessions that shock you. But don't let your heart be troubled. God says, "I am exposing them not to hurt you again, but to heal you completely." The truth will hurt for a moment, but will set you free forever. There is a higher plan unfolding, something even the ones who plotted against you can't stop. Every move they made in darkness has led to their own downfall. Every false word they spoke will now become a chain around their lies. Michael says the investigation has just begun in the human world, but it has already been concluded in heaven. Justice was declared long ago in the spiritual court. What you are seeing now is just the physical manifestation of that divine judgment. You are not cursed. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are remembered. God says, "I kept you hidden so that your enemies would expose themselves. And now that they have, the world will know that you were innocent all along." You must not fear the noise of the world because while they talk, heaven acts. The storm around you is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to clear the path ahead. You will see doors opening that were once closed. You will see sudden favor in places where rejection used to dwell. You will see peace returning to your heart because the weight of betrayal is being lifted. God says, "I am turning every false accusation into evidence of your strength. You will not need to fight this battle. Your silence will speak louder than any word." Archangel Michael says, the enemy's plan was to destroy your faith by making you doubt God's presence. But the very event meant to break you will prove that heaven never left your side. The people who wronged you are now being made to face the mirror of truth. They cannot hide anymore. Their excuses are failing. Their masks are falling. God says, "Do not take joy in their downfall, but use this time to purify your heart." What they did to you was unjust, but your response must reflect divine maturity. Forgive even if they never apologize. Forgive not for them, but for your own soul's freedom. Michael says, there are divine rewards waiting behind this moment. Because of your patience, your name will be elevated. Because you didn't fight back in bitterness, heaven will fight for you with greatness. The things you lost are returning. Your peace, your dignity, even unexpected financial blessings. God is about to send you signs through dreams, numbers, or sudden breakthroughs to confirm that this message was real. You may see repeating numbers or feel chills as you pray. These are confirmations that heaven is near. You have cried for understanding, asking God why it had to happen this way. And now the answer is clear. It was to expose, to cleanse, to restore. You cannot build your future on lies. So heaven had to remove the false from your path. That's why certain people suddenly distanced themselves. It wasn't rejection. It was divine redirection. You are stepping into a new phase where purity, truth, and power will flow freely. And those who secretly mocked your faith will watch your blessings increase. Michael says, you are not cursed. You are crowned. Every pain you endured was part of a divine coronation. The betrayal was not your ending. It was your anointing. The tears you cried watered the soil for your miracle. God says, I saw you when you were alone, and I promised you that justice would come, and now it has. Do not run away from this moment. Stand tall. Pray quietly. Give thanks that the truth is finally out. The shock that the police feel now is the same shock heaven felt long ago. The disbelief at how people can betray someone so pure-hearted. But the difference is that now the truth cannot be hidden. Michael says, heaven's light is like fire. It consumes every lie and exposes what was buried. You will soon hear news that confirms what this message is telling you. It will surprise you, but it will also bring peace to your spirit. Do not fear if you feel pressure or energy shifts around you. That's just the old energy leaving. You are being purified. Your home is being covered in light. Every dark attachment that tried to enter your space is fleeing because of divine authority. You are protected. You are guarded. Michael himself is watching over you tonight. When you sleep, you are surrounded by an invisible army of angels ensuring that no harm reaches you. God says, from now on, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Those who spoke lies about you will now speak the truth unknowingly. Those who plotted will now confess. Those who stood against you will come asking for mercy. But you, my child, must remain humble. Remember that divine justice is not about revenge. It's about restoration. You will see how heaven works when it decides that your waiting time is over. Michael says, be patient a little longer. The story is not over yet, the investigation is leading to something bigger. Not only exposure, but elevation. You are about to rise higher than you ever imagined. God is preparing a table for you in the presence of those who doubted you. You will eat in peace while they watch in silence. Realizing that the one they tried to destroy was chosen for greatness. Heaven rejoices when truth is revealed. So don't fear the news that comes in the next few days. Whether through a message, a report, or a sudden call, what you hear will, confirm that justice is real. It may startle you at first, but soon you'll understand that this was God's hand all along. The pain, the delays, the betrayals, all were preparing you for this day. Michael says, your breakthrough begins when you stop explaining yourself to those who already decided not to understand you. You owe no one your peace. Walk with grace because God Himself will speak for you. Those who thought they silenced you will hear your name in places of honor. You are walking into your season of divine proof where no one can deny that God is with you. God says, I am not finished blessing you. The exposure is just part one. After the truth comes healing, and after healing comes restoration. Expect doors to open, new opportunities, reconciliations, financial favor, divine connections. Everything that was taken will return multiplied. The spiritual injustice you suffered is being balanced with heavenly reward. So my child, be calm tonight. Do not panic about what is being revealed, do not rush to speak. Let heaven handle the words and the consequences. Sit quietly and thank God for seeing what you couldn't. The same God who revealed the truth will protect you from any harm that tries to follow. Michael says, keep your faith strong. You are not alone in this. Angels are stationed around you like shields of fire. Every fear, every anxiety, release it to God right now. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and say, Lord, I trust you. Because in that trust lies your victory, and remember, those who were caught are not your concern anymore. Their judgment is in God's hands. Your role is to heal, to grow, and to receive. Heaven has declared you free. The battle is over, and your peace begins now. God says rest assured nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. Just trust me and pray. The truth has finally come out. The angels are rejoicing. The storm has passed. Now your miracle begins. God says, Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, and his voice carries a divine urgency that cannot be ignored. He says, this is a very serious message, and I order you to open your heart and listen carefully. Do not skip this. Do not tell anyone what you are about to read, for this message is meant only for you. Heaven has watched everything that happened behind your back, every plan that was made in secret, every word whispered against your name, every lie that was spread to destroy your peace. And now they are finally being caught. What they did to you has reached the hands of divine justice. And even the police are shocked by the truth that is unfolding. God says, my child, I have seen your tears in the dark when no one else did. I saw how you trusted those who were secretly plotting against you. I saw how you continued to love, forgive, and hope even when others mocked you, betrayed you, and tried to steal what I had given you. You thought I was silent, but I was watching closely. I allowed certain things to happen, not to hurt you, but to reveal the truth in my perfect time. Today that time has come. The exposure that heaven has been preparing is unfolding right now. Those who wronged you will face the very consequences of their choices, and their secrets are being dragged into the light. Archangel Michael says, "You must not fear what is happening. Do not worry about the people who tried to destroy your name, your blessings, and your peace. They have already lost the protection they once had. Heaven has removed its covering from them because they touched one of God's anointed. What they did behind your back has reached the years of divine authority. And now even earthly authorities are being moved to act. The same hands that wrote lies about you are now trembling. The same tongues that cursed you are confessing the truth without realizing it. What they thought was hidden forever is now being revealed in plain sight. God says, 'Do not seek revenge, for vengeance belongs to me. I will handle this in ways you could never imagine.' You don't need to fight or prove anything. I have already spoken on your behalf. You will watch with your own eyes as the truth unfolds. People will come to you shocked, asking how you knew, how you sensed something was wrong. But you will know it was I, the Lord, who placed divine intuition in your spirit. You are not crazy. You were discerning. Every warning, every strange feeling, every restless night, it was my spirit speaking to you. You were right about them all along. Archangel Michael says, "The light of heaven has pierced through the darkness, surrounding your name. Your reputation, which they tried to destroy, is being restored by the hands of angels. The same police that once doubted you are now realizing you were innocent. The same people who laughed at your pain will soon bow their heads in shame. This is divine reversal. The storm that you thought would destroy you is actually clearing the path for your divine breakthrough. You are safe now. No evil will come near you. God has sealed your name in light, and your enemies have no power to touch you anymore. God says, 'My beloved child, you have carried pain silently for far too long. You kept praying, trusting, and hoping even when everything seemed lost. I saw how you stayed kind while others became cruel. I saw how you refused to speak evil about those who hurt you. And because of that, heaven is rewarding you now. Every tear that fell from your eyes has been collected, and it is now being transformed into blessings. I am about to restore what you lost. The days of humiliation will turn into days of honor. Those who laughed at your pain will witness your elevation. You are about to walk into rooms that once rejected you, and you will be welcomed with grace and respect. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven's investigation has concluded. The evidence against those who harmed you is undeniable. The truth has been written by the hand of God Himself. What they tried to cover up has been exposed, and there is no way for them to escape divine justice. The spiritual and earthly realms are now aligned to bring you vindication. Even those who doubted your story will now believe. Every closed door is opening. Every false accusation is dissolving. Every stolen blessing is being returned sevenfold. God says, 'I am sending you peace tonight. I know your heart is heavy because of everything that was done in secret, but I want you to release it now. You no longer have to carry that pain. I am healing the wound that betrayal caused. I am rewriting your story. You will look back and understand that it had to happen this way so that I could protect you from something far worse. The people who pretended to love you were masking their envy. The ones who smiled in your face were plotting in your shadow. But now their false masks are falling. They cannot pretend anymore, for divine light has exposed every hidden motive. Archangel Michael says, the reason you have been feeling so uneasy lately, the reason your dreams have been intense and your spirit has been restless is because this exposure was in motion. Heaven has been shaking the ground under those who harmed you. Their lies are collapsing under the weight of divine truth. The energy they sent your way to destroy you is now returning to them multiplied. You will not be touched by their consequences. You are surrounded by divine shields of protection. The archangels have stationed themselves around your home, your mind, your finances, and your future. No dark force can cross that barrier now. God says, be still and know that I am God. Do not interfere with what is unfolding. I am handling this perfectly. I know every detail, every name, every hidden message, every conversation that was recorded in secret. I have seen their messages, their calls, their plans. And now the police and spiritual forces are seeing it too. Those who mocked your pain will now face the mirror of truth. Do not rejoice in their downfall. Just trust that divine order is being restored. You were never forgotten. Every injustice is now turning into your testimony. Archangel Michael says, you are about to see miracles unfold one after another. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. God needed the right moment for exposure so that your blessings could come without interference. Those who tried to block your destiny are now powerless. Heaven has revoked their access to your energy. They can no longer feed off your kindness or your spiritual gifts. You will notice peace replacing confusion, strength replacing fatigue, and clarity replacing doubt. That is the sign that the chains are breaking. God says, your enemies are now learning the cost of touching my anointed. They thought they could manipulate you, use you, and destroy your faith. But they forgot that you are mine. You belong to the King of Kings. You are covered in my covenant. They cannot undo what I have written. You are walking into divine justice season. I am turning every betrayal into a bridge toward your purpose. I am turning every rejection into redirection. What they meant for harm, I am transforming into blessing. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself emotionally and spiritually. As truth comes out, some people will pretend they never took sides against you. They will act innocent, but you will know. Do not argue or expose them. Let God deal with them in His own way. Your only focus now should be peace, healing, and divine direction. You are moving into a higher vibration, a frequency that cannot be touched by lies or envy. Your energy is sacred. Guard it. Protect it. And remember that your silence now is your strength. God says something powerful is shifting in your favor. Even as you read this, heaven is realigning everything that was broken. The same system that ignored your cries before is now fighting for your justice. The same people who dismissed your truth are now forced to acknowledge it. Your name is being cleared in both the physical and spiritual realms. Angels are speaking your name in rooms you haven't entered yet. Doors are unlocking. Divine helpers are appearing. And very soon you will receive a message. A call or an opportunity that confirms everything I have promised you. Amen. God says, Archangel Michael speaks with divine urgency tonight. His voice echoes through the heavens like thunder, not to frighten you, but to awaken your soul. He says this is a very serious message and you must not ignore it. You must open your heart right now because something enormous, something hidden for a long time is being brought to light. Heaven has seen the tears you cried in silence, the pain you buried deep where no one could see, and the betrayal that left invisible scars. The time of secrecy is over. The truth is no longer buried. Those who wronged you behind your back, those who spoke lies about you, those who schemed in darkness are finally being caught. What they did has shocked even the police. The divine justice that you thought would never come has arrived in full force. God says, do not fear what is unfolding, my child, for I have been preparing this moment for a long time. I have been writing your story in the clouds, and now the world will see what you were meant to become. The same people who mocked you, who whispered in corners about you, are now trembling. Their actions were not hidden from the eyes of heaven. Every deceitful word, every false accusation, every stolen blessing has been recorded in the book of divine judgment. And now in this sacred hour, God says, the pages are turning. Archangel Michael stands beside you, his sword glowing in the unseen realm. He says, I order you to open your heart to this truth and not tell anyone yet, for the time of revelation is delicate. The truth will unfold layer by layer. Those who conspired against you are under divine investigation. The earthly police may have discovered part of it, but heaven knows the whole picture. What they did to you was not just human wrongdoing. It was spiritual betrayal. But the same heavens they mocked are now defending you. You may have felt forgotten. You may have thought, why does God allow me to go through so much pain, while those who hurt me live freely? But God says, I was not ignoring you. I was collecting evidence. I was building a case. I was watching every step, every moment they laughed at your pain, every time they tried to silence your light. And now the scales of justice are being balanced. God says, I am restoring what they tried to steal. There are angels positioned around you right now. You might not see them, but if you stay still for a moment, You might feel warmth on your right shoulder or a gentle vibration in your chest. That's not your imagination. That's Archangel Michael confirming that you are safe. The energy of divine protection has surrounded you because something massive is happening behind the scenes. The investigation that has begun is not just human. It is heavenly. God says they thought you were weak. They thought they could take advantage of your silence. But your silence was not weakness. It was divine patience. I told you not to retaliate because I wanted to expose them myself, and now the exposure has begun. The same voices that lied about you are now contradicting themselves. The same hands that pointed fingers are now trembling. The same hearts that plotted your downfall are now facing their own consequences. Archangel Michael says, do not tell anyone yet. Just watch. The truth will come out in ways you never expected. The police are discovering things that will make headlines, but the greater revelation is the spiritual one. Heaven is vindicating you. God wants you to stay calm because this is the moment your life changes. For so long you were misunderstood. For so long you were blamed for things you didn't do. You cried to God asking for justice and He heard you. You wondered if He was listening, and now He is answering you in the most extraordinary way. The people involved in this deception never thought they would be caught. They were confident that no one would ever know. But heaven has a timing for everything. The truth has a heartbeat. And when God says now, no human hand can stop it, the divine clock has struck now. God says you will soon receive news that will confirm everything I am telling you. It may come as a call, a letter, or a conversation that feels divinely timed. Do not be afraid of it. It will be your confirmation. Archangel Michael is standing guard around your home. Every corner, every wall is surrounded by light. Evil cannot enter. He has placed a seal on your life. A seal that says untouchable. No weapon formed against you will prosper. God says the people who plotted against you are finally realizing that you were chosen. They are realizing that when they tried to harm you, they were fighting me. The same ones who laughed at your pain are now being humbled. Heaven says, do not take revenge. Do not speak ill of them. Just let the divine process unfold. Your silence is your power. Your peace is your weapon. Every moment you remain calm, Archangel Michael moves faster in the unseen realm to settle this on your behalf. You must trust God's timing now more than ever. Things are accelerating in the spiritual world. Files are being opened. Records are being released. Conversations are being replayed. What was hidden in secret rooms is being whispered in public offices. People are confessing out of fear because the pressure of divine truth is heavy on their hearts. God says, be still. Don't panic when you hear strange news. Don't worry when you see certain people's names come up. Just remember, I promised you justice and I keep my promises. You may not realize it, but your faith, was the reason this exposure began. Every prayer you whispered in pain, every tear that fell on your pillow became evidence in heaven. God says, your tears were not wasted. They were written into your testimony. Archangel Michael says, do not skip this message for it contains your protection. You are being guarded because what is happening now could have affected you, but heaven intervened first. There was a meeting in the spiritual realm and your name was spoken. God said, touch not my anointed. That's when everything began to shift. The people who once looked powerful now look small. The ones who seemed untouchable are now being touched by the hand of truth. The police are shocked by what they've uncovered because it doesn't make sense to them how so much deceit could hide in plain sight. But God says it was hidden because I wanted to reveal it at the right time. Now is that time. This is your hour of divine vindication. Everything that was stolen will be returned. Your peace, your reputation, your blessings, your opportunities. The delay you experienced was divine setup for restoration. Archangel Michael says, stay humble. Stay silent. Stay in prayer. You don't need to fight. Heaven is fighting for you. You don't need to prove your worth. God is proving His hand upon you. God says soon the same people who doubted you will see your name cleared. They will know the truth. And the ones who hurt you will wish they had never done it. But this is not just punishment for them. It is healing for you. You will finally breathe freely again. You will feel light because the weight of lies is lifting off you. You will wake up one morning and feel a strange peace, and that peace will be the sign that the battle has been won. God says rest assured nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are shielded. Archangel Michael says, I have stationed angels around you day and night. No curse, no spell, no evil intent can pass through the shield. The light around you is like fire, bright, pure, unstoppable. God says, trust me. Even when you don't understand what's happening, you're not losing control. I'm taking control. This is not the time to fear. This is the time to prepare. When the truth fully comes out, people will approach you for forgiveness. Some will cry. Some will make excuses. But you will know that justice has already been done. You will not need to say much. Your peace will speak louder than their words. God says, I am your vindicator. I am your defender. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone anymore. Archangel Michael says, hold your head high. Keep your heart clean. Let no bitterness remain. What they meant for harm has become the proof of your strength. Soon, doors that were closed to you will open effortlessly. People who once ignored you will seek your help.